Hey guys, this will be a read for you that is in separation with your partner. Please do me a favor and support my channel by hitting the like button, subscribing, or sharing this video. If you want to support my other channel, The World is Waiting Tarot, please go on and subscribe. It's on YouTube. Also, if you would like to purchase a cup, the Asset Not a Liability cup, by me, the Phoenix Empath Intuitive, or you just want my Phoenix Empath Intuitive cup, the link will be in the description box. It's the same link for the personal reads. I will link them up here somewhere, but it will be here. Yeah, so this is about you in separation with your person. Let's see what's going on. Please do me a favor again and subscribe. Remember, talk to me, I talk back. Telepathic. I close my eyes and speak to you in 100 silent ways. So if you're in separation, somebody is still closing their eyes and trying to speak with you, and they're worried because they reached a breaking point. So it says, I reached my breaking point. I feel pushed to make a decision. So somebody is about to make a decision if you are in separation, and the telepathic says, I close my eyes and speak to you in 100 silent ways. And then they're saying, I choose you. I'm sorry for taking so long to realize it's always been you. So they're also worried. Okay, so it says, I'm worried that I might be too late to make things right between us. So that is the energy that's coming out. Remember, if this reading isn't for you, it's not for you. Please don't try to make it fit. I will also pull from the Destined Love Oracle deck to see what other messages come out. I am going to pull from the Yin and Yang deck, and I might pull from the Who's deck. The reason why I'm trying to lay off on the Who's deck, because air energy has been coming out all over the board every time we do a Who's deck or Earth energy, or excuse me, Wands energy, fire energy has been coming out. We need to get a different type of reading, so I'm trying to mix this up. Yeah, so let's see what else comes out. I'm going to pull from the emotion deck, Twin Flame. So this person, yeah, there was some type of betrayal here, but I just bent my card. This person realizes that you're their twin flame. So that's the reason why. The twin flame is a mirroring type of energy. They're here to mirror the things that you need to fix about yourself. Okay, so yeah, it says I choose you. So I'm sorry, I paused it. My son was calling me. Worried. I'm worried that it might be too late. So twin flame comes out. And what I was saying is about the mirrored souls and the twin flames. When it comes to you're reflecting on the things, you might be reflecting on the things that person needs to. So if you're soft, kind, and understanding and patient, that person might need that and need to learn that energy. And if they are, kind of, I'm not going to say you need to learn to be cruel, but if they are cold and not always, there for you, like those types of things that you have to, the universe is sending you to learn. And so while you think it's cruel and stuff, because you would never treat somebody like that, this person would never treat somebody how you treat them. And so therefore, if that makes sense, that's where the breaking point is, because now they're learning you. You know how they say put a you on you, or do a you to you, or something like that. Like they're learning you, you're learning to be like them. And so therefore it was betrayal, and that's the twin flame journey that you have to go through. But this happened because of betrayal. The breakup happened because of betrayal. And when it comes to Cancers, our betrayal is a little bit different. Yeah, I told you, they're changing their energy. They're changing the way they do things now, and our betrayal is different, intimate. So they might not have been intimate in the past, or the type of intimate that you want to be. You deal with the moon, the stars, the quasars, all those different things. And so, hold on, let me close this thing. When you are dealing with, this person, they could think that, oh, you're so gushy and mushy, but you're changing this person. You're changing their energy and the way they do things. And that's where the telepathic energy is coming to. I keep telling you, the song that keeps coming out is is Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, because that is what this person is learning to do with you, to be able to feel your energy, because, they're worried that you're never going to give them that same energy. And that's the thing. That's why they're worried. You reached your breaking point. It says trouble, fear, mess, panic, lonely, depression, numb, noise, migraine, nervous, headache, anxiety, distress, pain. I reached my breaking point. I feel I pushed I feel pushed to make a decision. So that was how you felt. And now they have to push themselves to make a decision because, again, you removed this energy of the intimacy or this same twin flame energy. You see, this energy is what they want now that they're actually looking at it. And so if this isn't for you, then it's not for you. If you want to listen to the story to understand where you were and how far you've come, that's what this energy is for. That's what it's not for you to go back and say, oh, okay, everything is going to be the same. It's for you to learn where you're coming from. Now, I'm not saying that this person is going to come back. I'm telling you that this person is thinking about how good they had it. You know, and so that is where we go from here when it comes to certain situations. You know, they have to realize the blessings that they have when you were here. Okay, so that was my mom calling me. If you guys notice, people call me throughout the day. So yeah, the betrayal, so the twin flame energy is basically like I was saying, but the moon energy, when it's like they're understanding now that you're pulling they're pulling a you on you, or you're pulling a them on you. Wait, a you on them. You know what? Wait, backwards. A them on you. You get what I'm saying? The opposites of it. And that's just kind of how you see it. So the change is coming. The seasons, this is a season. What is it? Springtime. And the energy is there. So their energy is a little bit different. And that's the reason why they're actually questioning this. So now let's pull from the yin and yang deck. And what I was saying about the Who's Oracle, like I said to you earlier, that the air energies keep coming out, and the wands energy, the fire and air energy keeps coming out a lot in these readings. And I just want to kind of switch it up for the people who are not dealing with the air energies. But remember, with my readings, they're really detailed and crazy, so you'll be able to get a message out of here. Look, change came out. So you had to change up your shit in order for them to change up their shit. And that's just how it is. And that means that you packed your bags, you walked away. You look, she got her lip poked out. She's not worried. She's like, I'm done. Look at her lip. She got her duck lips. She like, done. I'm done. Like, I got to change this situation or it'll never change. So change comes out twice. And then you got to take the courage and be able to take this leap and do things for yourself. Because it's just like you keep, and then my last read is like, you keep wondering why people are testing you. You know, why would you even put me in your energy? You realize your purpose in Earth Node, cosmic energy. And, you know, then you understand the difference between unity and, you know, going from there. So this could, again, we talked about, oh, look, this card is out. Oh, yeah. And they're triggers. So this triggered you. The conflicts trigger you, you know, like the disharmony, you know, all of those things. And that's where you have to change, because we don't want change. We just want freedom. We want to be able to go after the opportunities that we need, take a leap of faith, and have freedom when it comes to, you know, a relationship, a situationship. You know, we don't want to do the controversy. We don't want that shit. And so when it comes to that, and we feel like we have to do some type of self-care, you know, then things start to change for us. You know, we start to want that happiness back. And we realize that happiness only comes with us removing our energy, which is sad. And it makes us sad because we want this commitment here. You know, that card lifted out of everything. Separation is at the top, but, you know, we want the commitment. We want to be able to take care of ourselves without feeling guilty. But that only happens is when we get the support from a person that we love, that we truly love. And that's what causes us happiness. It's not about the financial aspect of it. It's about what causes us to be happy. How our happiness comes, you know? And so some people just feels like material is happy, you know, for people. Having material means happiness, and that's not the case. That comes when we're happy. We always have and are able to manifest when it comes to, okay, look at all these cards. This is a mixed emotion deck. Remember I said I was going to pull from there. Bottom of the deck is powerless. Yes, when we lose our happiness, we feel powerless and afraid. Look at that. Afraid is right there. So we have self-care, afraid, and happiness. We feel a certain kind of way. Now all these cards come out, and you know, I hate taking the cards, but I will take them because this is an authentic, this is what is to me an authentic situation when the cards fly out the way that they're supposed to. And so we'll build up on that. But you've been longing and yearning and homesick. Homesick could be an energy of feeling like wherever you're happy at makes you feel like you're at home. you know. And so that's where you're going to go find that. Whatever makes you feel like you're at home, and 9 times out of 10, it's the person that we give our energy to, that twin flame type energy, that one who maybe in the real world, because we don't live in the real world, Cancer, maybe in the real world, you know, people see it as betrayal, but we see it as that's just how that person is. But the inspired energy comes with being stimulating and challenging yourself to change, you know. So once we get out there and decide, and we don't discourage ourselves, disheartened and deterred from making the change, then we start to see that, you know, and feel relieved, because okay, wait, we're reassuring ourselves that change is possible, finding your purpose is possible, and being courageous is exciting, you know. And that's when that gypsy type spirit comes in, because we're grateful and thankful and blessed for every opportunity that comes our way. But when the triggers are there, it's hard for us to see where the love is and the romantic energy is, you know, where you're passionate, the passion comes at, and where you're committed at. And then so all of a sudden there's a surprise. Somebody shows their face and it startles us, because you know, we're shocked that somebody is willing to change because they feel like they need us. But it's a fearful energy for us. It's like walking in a dark space, you know, seeing the owl eyes and stuff like that. Can you see that? Seeing the eyes and things staring at you, because you're fearful and scared and terrified of something new, you know. And it's not that you can't do it, it's just that it's terrifying that you have to go do something new when you have somebody that you feel in sync with. So now I'm going to pull, because I'm not going to pull from the Who's deck. I'm pulling from the Archetype deck, which is the type of energies that we've been dealing with, or that we can deal with, that's significant to this energy, you know. And so the thing is that we try to look at every situation for what it is, right? And that's hopefully we don't want to see that it's a sabotaging type situation or energy. We don't want that to, sorry, I'd rather have the cards like this. We don't want to feel like we're being, you know, like there's some type of sabotage in our energy. But when we start to figure the triggers and feeling like there's conflict and disharmony, that makes us feel like somebody is physically and mentally trying to sabotage us. And therefore, you know, we feel like they're performing. So again, I told you air energy keeps coming out, but that's just the way it is. So we have Aquarius energy here. And so this could be the star energy. No matter the situation you find yourself in, there's always hope. Have faith, be optimistic, and focus on self-care. Because if you feel like this person is playing games with you, then that's when we totally lose it, you know. And yeah, like a trickster, you know, when we feel like this person is a trickster or toxic, Gemini shows its face. So air energy, then we use our intuition in order to realize, and that's when we start traveling, moving forward, you know. Or this person could be a traveler or a player, you know. We realize that we have to use our intuition and manifest the shit for ourselves, and balance out the scales with the Libra energy, which is justice, and seek justice for ourselves. No more nurturing the situation with the Mother card being here. We have to go after our vision and find our purpose, right? And then we have Scorpio here, which is a death energy. That means ending things. But remember, it says with the death energy, it says embrace change and let go of what no longer serves you. Death is not the end. It's the transformation that brings new beginnings. So we have to realize that our addictions, self-destructive patterns, are what's causing us all of these different type of energies. And so therefore, then this person starts to stalk you, you know, because you remove your energy, and they realize that you're really a true goddess, and that you staying at home wasn't so bad, you know, with the wounds, and all their wounds are toxic. And then using the intuition of being the Lilith and separating yourself from the person that felt like they couldn't stand equal with you. Remember, I read to you yesterday in the reading for the Lilith. Let me tell you the name of it. It says, what does happiness mean to you? Is what I read to you, and when it came about this Lilith energy. So then you start to achieve your goals and really see the beauty in yourself. And that, you know, Aries energy comes out, that, you know, this is the Emperor type energy. You have to be stable and have the power and the authority to make decisions on your own, and not necessarily wait on this air sign, and not just look cute about it. You have to be able to perform and dance in any situation, even though you have chemistry with somebody who is a hottie and that you're crushing on. Virgo energy is you going into hermit mode, right? So you can go into hermit mode with the Virgo energy. And the hermit says, sometimes you need to withdraw in order to rediscover your own rich inner world through tranquility, meditation, and reflection. You're famous just as well as they are. And then the earth energy shows its face, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But you have to realize that this could be the earth energy of you nurturing situations, but this could be devil type energy, which is also an earth energy, meaning that examine and overcome your worst fears, doubts, and dark thoughts. Confront the darkness and choose the light within. That could be that type of energy, or it could be the Empress energy, which is Venus and Earth, which is nurture your creative gifts and talents, share your gifts with the world, and create all that you desire in life. That's the earth energy. And caregiving, it's nothing wrong with being a caregiver, but we know that we like to roam the world, and we are probably looking for a reunion, but this reunion only comes with this person learning a lesson. So then we have the fire energy here, and I can just keep going on and on and on again. So the fire energy is Aries, Leo, Sag energy, but this could be temperance, balance. Again, temperance is here. This could be balancing out things, but this could also be the emperor type energy, which is fire energy, Aries, emperor energy, Mars energy. Control your emotions and embrace logic and reason wherever necessary. Be ordered and organized and assertive to execute your ideas. So if you're doing that with the Pluto and the judgment energy, it says free yourself from whatever holds you back and embrace your true calling. Be reborn, shed your old life, and live according to a higher truth. So that's what you're doing. And if your king really, oh damn, that's crazy. If the king really accepts you, his queen, then you know what? There's no more loner. There's no more, there could be CEO things, but you guys are going to do things as a cohesive unit, as a king and a queen, not as a loner CEO or Leo energy, because strength is not always physical. Your patience, compassion, and gentle spirit is what makes you strong, not the sharpness of your words. So you don't have to be always communicating with anger because this person feels like they're better than you or they have more than you, and they're toxic at that same time. And the Sagittarius energy is temperance. So cultivate balance, harmony, and peace in yourself and in your environment. Seek moderation and find your calm center. Find your calm center. So no matter if they're a hot nerd, a Don Juan, romantic, they're still playing the victim, and they make you feel numb because you want this person to be just your friend, your lover, and you use your intuition to see what their true power is, but they are toxic. It's toxic because they always want to lead a certain way, and you feel like this is a twin flame love because of the past life, but you're a creative. You're creative, and you're intuitive, and therefore your intuition gives you the right to be or helps you become a detective and understand why you really admire this person. Your old soul and your young spirit is what the water sign, us, our energy, makes us want to go out and be an extrovert and to be also a matronly type person when it comes to dealing with a childish knight, because the knight is not a king. And so then you start to feel like the relationship is doomed with the star-crossed energy, the Romeo and Juliet, and then your creativity starts to go. But then we have the Taurus energy, because you stop focusing on your creativity and start focusing on what the Taurus energy is, which is the Hierophant, your belief system. And your belief system is that this rebel can be with this Cancer, which is us, right? And you can manifest change with this person and just, become clingy, but not to where you're self-destructive, or in the Capricorn energy, the devil energy. The devil energy says, examine and overcome your worst fears, doubts, and dark thoughts. Confront the darkness and choose the light within, because the Capricorn energy shows its face, because not only is the Capricorn like self-destructive patterns when it comes to the devil energy, is what that means is that you have to understand that clinging and trying to manifest this rebel to be in the what is it, the Taurus energy, I said it earlier, to be in the I'm having a brain freeze, Hierophant, and change their belief system, the Taurus energy, to change their belief system and try to create something different than a doomed relationship. With the Pisces here, Pisces energy is, the Pisces energy is the moon energy. Even though you don't know, and the unknown, that your higher self, again, will be able to help this sage, the person with all the scars, the person who knows everything, learn how to love. and not be toxic, as vampire energy. So we moved all those cards away. I have no more of these cards, but just to give you a synopsis on this energy, if you don't understand why, you are discouraged in this situation, then you'll just keep going back and forth. You can be inspired to try to change anybody, but in that change will be discouraging energy. In that energy of being patient, there will be triggers, there will be disharmony, there will be conflict, but you have to understand that once you change yourself, you will start to feel relieved and start doing things for yourself. You'll start to be excited and be grateful for the experiences that you went through. And then, surprise, this person will come back and they won't be a performer anymore. They'll understand and know how to adapt to you. And if you don't want it, you just don't want it. But this is a twin flame relationship. All of these different energies that you have to face when it comes to finding your higher self, changing your belief system, changing how you do things, and that's where the surprise will come in at, because again, you can go back to this person and they haven't healed, and surprise, you're back to square one. Or you can give yourself a break, discover your true purpose, right? And change the way you do things and get away from the triggers and the disharmony and the conflict. Change your energy, and therefore that person will change their energy. That's the twin flame journey. And that is the hardest journey to go through. And so when you feel discouraged, then that's what it is. So just know, in this whole situation, I have not pulled tarot, but I will. I'll pull tarot, and this desk is going to be messy like this because this is what you're meant to hear. I really hate that it just looks blurry on this side right here. It looks blurry right here. But anyway, I tried to fix it so you can see. So I'm going to pull tarot to see what it is, and then I'll pull from the Law of Attraction card and from the heart-shaped deck to see what else comes out. And then I'll pull from a question, because the twin flame journey comes just like this, all mixed up. And therefore you lose your patience with the Seven of Pentacles. 7 years dealing with a situation, and it comes in reverse. So this is impatient, this is a doubt, and this is delusion. You start to feel delusional about the situation, and then there's unsure energy here. And then you start to see the difference between carrying your burdens or carrying somebody else's burdens here. Because this in the upright, the Ten of Wands energy is burdens, right? And so in the reverse, it's pressure and feel overwhelmed. So you start and feeling burnt out. And so you start to feel like, you've been patient for too long. And why are you burning yourself out when it comes to, these burdens of everyone else, and you're not even dealing with your burdens? Okay, you see that card flew out? It's right here. It's the Three of Cups energy. And so the Three of Cups energy is you start to go where you're celebrated. You started to go where you're happy and you're grateful at. And that's where you make that change at. Because at the same time, you know what? Look at this. This Emperor is not going to give to you wholeheartedly without expecting to receive the same yourself. They're not even going to give you this energy because they don't know how. So the Emperor energy is here. Okay, you could be stable, you could have the power, or you can have the authority, or this could be the person that you're dealing with, that you've been separated from, or breaking in a breakup or in a twin flame journey with, because the Six of Pentacles is given to others wholeheartedly without expecting to receive the same yourself. So if you can't go to a place where you feel celebrated, where you feel grateful, where you feel like there's happiness and there's friendship, and the Emperor energy is sitting right here, and you're steady given to this situation, well, it just feels like one-sided. And then that's when you just decide to change the situation, because and set boundaries. You decide to set these boundaries for yourself, because again, the Nine of Wands energy is letting you know that, always watch your back. And mark your boundaries, or others will mark them for you. This Emperor will always keep taking from you, if you just keep giving. And so there again, grateful comes out with the Three of Cups energy, and being right here, you have to go where you're appreciated. So the 10 of where were we at? 10 of Wands here says, share the burdens and lighten your load and learn to delegate. You don't have to do you don't need to do things alone. But with this King or this Emperor, you have to do everything alone. And there's a lot of patience, and then it starts to be a lack of patience when it comes to you doing everything alone, and you know that. And so therefore you have to be able to say, you know what, justice. Remember I said the Justice card was out here? The Justice energy says, We are all answerable to universal law. Take responsibility for your actions. Do the right thing and be balanced and fair in all situations. So you know that that's what you've been doing, right? And so at the same time, again, you've been dealing with the one-sided energy. And so the King of Swords, air energy comes out. The King of Swords is here. The King of Swords says, when faced with difficult situations, be impartial. Carefully evaluate your options with a rational mind. But if this person isn't doing that, and you turn around and you're questioning your 10 of Pentacles energy, now you're close to 10 years. You're close to 10 years. Here's 6 years here, but you have 7 here. So you have 6, 7, and now you're at 10 years. If it's going to take 10 years for you to feel like there is a carefree, harmonious, and happy love, then even though you don't know the unknown energy of the moon, talking to the the unknown energy of the moon is letting you know that at this 9-year point, you will reach with the 9. So look, we have 7, we have 6, 7, and we don't have 8, which is working on yourself. But remember, it came out in my last read. But with the 9 of Pentacles here, 9 years in order to have success, great love, and rewards. This 10th year will be carefree, harmonious, and happy love. But do you have to have this and wait for this person to change, or do you change yourself? Because once you start changing yourself, you start to look at things in a different perspective, and you start to really realize that you have been afraid to have self-care and happiness because here, 5 of Pentacles, you've been struggling and feeling like you've been doing it alone. 5 of Pentacles right here. So 5, 6, 7, right? Wait, 5, 6, 7. And then we don't have 8, working on yourself. Because see, look, in this aspect, if you don't start working on yourself with the 8 of Pentacles, it's not here. So that tells me either you haven't worked on yourself or you're working on yourself and you're close to this 9th, 10th year of having the happiness and being able to experience this on your own, because you didn't experience it when it came to this Emperor energy. So if you haven't experienced that 8 of Pentacles where you started to work on yourself, this message was here for you to understand that if you don't start working on yourself after 8, after 7, after this 7th year of being patient, then that 8th year is going to be like so hard for you, but you're going to do it. And then the 9th year will start to ease up on you. It'll start to ease up on you because it's not going to come with you trying to change this person. It's going to come with you changing your energy and changing yourself and your perspective. And that means walking away and separating yourself and letting this person worry about how you're pulling them on you, or you on them. Wait, a them on you. You know what I'm trying to say. I say I'm going to pull a you on you. You get what I'm saying? And so with that 9 of Pentacles being here, if you don't get to this 8 of Pentacles to where you really start working on yourself, this 9 of Pentacles will never get here, nor will this 10, because you won't see it from this perspective of you're able to accomplish any and everything you want to. And it's not that you're trying to change this person. You're just trying to get to see this person to see it in a different light. And so you cannot get this person to see it until you remove your light from this person. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. And remember, every time you come back, and that's why the years keep happening and happening. And you all of a sudden find yourself in that 5th year, which is right here. This 5th year happens because the first year, the 2nd year, the 3rd year, the 4th year. The 4th year is you starting to secure how much you give to this person or to this situation, how much energy, how much finances, and how much things you give. So if you think about it, right now it's 2022. So if this is the 8th year that you're starting to work on yourself, 2022. If this is the 8th year that you're starting to work on yourself, you have to realize that, you have a couple more years to get to where you start to feel at peace with the things that you're doing. But you have to come up with this idea. You have to plant the seeds here. You have to plant the seeds. So you got to realize that you're carrying too many burdens. You're not setting enough boundaries, right? You're carrying too many burdens. You're not setting enough boundaries. And therefore, you're never going to start moving forward until you realize that part. So the patience could be there, right? And you just are like, oh, okay. So, that's where you are. You know what I'm saying? So in 2015, let's just say the dates, because 7 years okay, so 6 years you're still given to the situation. 6 years, right? So the 7th year is in 2015. So in 2015, and I'm just saying this might not make, the dates might not make it, but you know, it might be understanding. So if these dates don't fit, just don't put it back to when you started. If you go back, if you're in a 20-year relationship, if you go back, you know, to that 10th or that 5th or 6th year and you see where you were, these dates are just what I'm saying right now. So in 2015, right? 2015, you decided, which is 7 years of being patient, right? You changed that up. You're not patient no more, right? You change this energy up, right? And it's in reverse, right? It comes in reverse. So the 7 of Pentacles in reverse is impatience, doubt, and delusion. So now you're doubting this situation. You're doubting the situation when it comes because you've been holding on to too many people's burdens, right? This could be to a person, place, thing, or a situation, or it could be to this Emperor, because remember, this is about a breakup, a separation, right? So in 2015, you started to doubt this situation. You started to, you know, stop giving to this situation and start to doubt it and plant seeds for yourself, because you started to see that nothing was coming out of here. Because remember, the 5th year of dealing with this, which was 2013, right, is the 5th year here. You had a realization with the Judgment being here that you only live once. Be bold, be fearless, do what you love, and that a true leader leads from the heart, inspires others to do more, dream bigger, and be better, right? So you had a realization. You only live once, right? Can you see that? You only live once. Yeah, you can. Okay, so the 5th year, 2013. 2013, you know, you're struggling. You're struggling. Let's just say it like that. It's okay. You went through something and you're struggling, but you're struggling, you're walking alone, right? This could be you, this could be your kid. Can you see that? Yeah. This could be you, this could be your kid, or this could be you, and this could be, this person is warm, but yet and still you are all broken and battered and bruised, right? So then you have the 6th year. You get a little bit and then you keep giving it away. You get a little bit, you give it away because you're like, I'm going to get my blessings. We all know that's how Cancers get their blessings, right? So the 6 years here, right, which is 2014, right? But then 2015 comes, you like, okay, I'm going to plant this seed and hopefully this Emperor will get it together. You know, I'm going to start drawing lines in the sand with planting my boundaries, because I realize that I'm carrying everybody's burdens, right? So I'm going to draw a line in the sand with my boundaries. And I don't know where it's going to go, but I remember the difficult situations are here. I got to go to where people celebrate me and want something for me. So this is 2015. You change. 28, the 8th year, 2016, the 8th year is not here. So in 2016, that will be the 8th year. And just bear with me again. Don't focus on the dates. Focus on the story. So the 2016, that is the 8th year when you said, you know what, the seeds that I planted, which is all of this energy here, leading up to this vampire toxic energy. You cannot change this person. If this person wants to become human, they have to do human things. They can't live vampire hours. Does that make sense? So here it is. 2016 is when you say, you know what, I've done this, but I'm going to try to be strong. I'm going to try to work on myself, and therefore so I can have my happiness, you know. And I think I'm saying this math wrong, because I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards, you know. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I think that's how I did it, because I did 2017 back to 7 years ago is how I'm kind of looking at it. And now we're moving forward. Because I'm saying that wrong. That's the 3 years of the 3-year mark. I'm saying that wrong. Sorry, but anyway, just bear with me with the story and not the numbers. But so if we get to the point to where that 2013 or 2015 is here, because we're in 2022, right? So now we're close here. That's where I'm trying to get to. Now we're close here to where in 2020, whatever, we started to work on ourselves. We were working on ourselves. 2020, we started to work on ourselves, or 2019, we started to work on ourselves. I'm sorry, I got the math all wrong because I was just real confident. Oh, I know why, because I confused myself saying if you were in a relationship 20 years ago or something like that. But those dates should be significant, the number dates of when you started either dealing with this person or something of the sort. That's kind of how I want to put it. But if you get to this point to where you planted the seed and nothing has changed, they're still in vampire mode, right? You realize the boundaries, you planted the seed, they're in vampire mode, then their boundaries start to come in, because now in the 8th year you're starting to work on yourself. 8 years later you're working on yourself, right? And now you're working on yourself, or it's close to 8 years to where you want this rewards. You want the 9 of Pentacles energy, right? Success, great love, and rewards. You want all of that. So once you get to this point of you wanting that, you realize all the things that you went through. So you're playing this story back in your head, and then here it is. in order to get to this 10th year of carefree, harmonious, and happy love and life, you have to look at all of this stuff. This whole story played a part in it, because you kept trying to fix, change, get some understanding, do this, do that, and then you said no. The line is drawn in the sand. 8th year, the line is drawn in the sand, and then the boundaries start to be set, and this person, this emperor, doesn't like it. I'm sorry, I just screwed myself off with the dates, because I was trying to say basically you go back towards the first year of it, which was 7 years from now, which would be 2015. It's 2015 when you, around the time when you first started this. So the journey is 1, 2, 3. So the first year will probably be in 2013. I want to say 2013, 2012, 2014, around the time that you start talking to this person. Again, don't listen to the story and what I'm saying. So if you haven't gotten to these dates, this is what happens when you keep trying. And before you know it, you're at this 7th year where you lose your patience. When you stop giving, you're at the 7th year where you lose your patience and start setting boundaries and start to understand what why the struggle is there. So anyway, let's keep moving forward, because I just screwed myself up with that story. But if it makes sense, yellow hearts in the comments, well, what the story says. If the dates make sense, that's even better. But I wasn't saying that 7 years. I'm saying that's when you started. That's how long it's been to where you're starting to get your grounding, to find and to draw a line in the sand when it comes to your boundaries. Now, we've been on here for a long time, but let's go ahead and pull from a law of attraction deck, because I just feel like I want to dig a little bit more in this situation, which I just might. If you hear, you hear. If you're not, you're not. I love you any way it go. But yeah, I just feel like, when it comes to this situation, I'm going to pull from the lover's journey to see where you are here, or see what actually happened, because again, the story will just keep going on, and every year it goes by faster and faster, and then you just start to realize what it is that you're going through. So again, this is from the lover's journey. Okay, 2 card, ride or die. Yeah, see, you were the ride or die, a rise in masculine, involved in masculine maturity and completion. So that's where this person has to get to in order to get through here. To get through the situation. The ride or die, unshakable loyalty, sacrifices made for love. You made the sacrifices, so that's why the years are here. Don't be mad about the years. Now you're stronger. Now or never. No more time to waste. Desperate measures. That's the rise of the masculine. And so that's the lover's journey. It has to get out of this vampire type energy in order for them to have anything with you. Because remember, they always thought that you would be their ride or die, the Bonnie and Clyde situation. And so now they got to get rid of this toxic ass energy and say about the secret love, even though they don't know if it's going to happen. So let me pull for one more. I'm glad I did pull that. See, all of the craziness to get to that, because it's letting you know that this person, it has to change. If they don't change for you, they're going to change for somebody, but one day it has to happen. And you will be that person. You will be the reason why that person does change, because your energy was too good. So they're going to try to find a you in somebody else, and that's not going to happen. So that's why they're going to come back to you. So again, if you don't want this, tell this person to go ahead and go about themselves, go on with their way, and hopefully they heal. I just put a piece of candy in my mouth. Okay, yeah, because hoping and drifting. So hoping comes with waiting, expecting, and manifesting, and drifting, slowly parting, disconnecting, and detaching. You will detach from this masculine energy when it comes to dealing with the bullshit. And so that's just how I see that. All you want is an established family, triumphant, and secure energy. So look, the struggle comes with happiness, self-care, the 5 of Pentacles, and being afraid to have this established life. And that's just how I see it. So now I'm going to pull from the reconciliation. No, what am I saying? The Black Hollywood, the reconciliation card showed its face. That's why I read that. But the Black Hollywood Romance Stars deck. I'm going to pull from that. Yeah. And see what comes out. Quality time. Quality time means putting away the phone and clearing your brain of anything distracting you, so that you can ensure that your partner is your number one focus. That's what they learn. That's what they learn at the bottom of the deck. This energy, that shift, that changes. and they learn accountability. Someone needs to take accountability for their actions. It may be you, your partner, or both of you. Acknowledging the effects of your behaviors allow you to move forward. So that's the energy there. The next place is safe. The next thing is safe place. There's nothing like being able to let your guard down and know that you are protected by your partner's love. That's all you want. The established family and triumphant security. Right? Communication. A conversation is on the horizon. Someone is planning to reach out. Be ready to express yourself. So that is the communication that's going to happen. Again, that happens when, this person is finally healed and healed the correct way. But it depends on how you do things with yourself. Remember, you've been around for so long with this person, and I explained to you every card in that deck. Letting you know that the back and forth, the person thinking that they're Don Juan, the person thinking that, they're a player, that, they're untouchable, that all of these different things. Yeah, limiting beliefs, they have to change them. Trying too hard. Force creates resistance. Let go and watch it flow. Rest, be lighthearted and burnt out. That is what you have to do, is stop trying so hard, because again, this person has to realize that vampire energy is not the way to go. So the communication will happen when they realize that you are the safe place for them. You are the safe place. You're not with the bullshit, and their limiting beliefs. Subconscious beliefs impede progress. Check in /self, shadow work, rewire with subliminals. So that's what's going to happen, is they have to change the limiting beliefs that has caused them at the end of the day to live a vampire life. But that vampire gets lonely, because guess what? The generation goes on and on and on and on without them, and therefore they keep the same shit going on, and they're lonely inside. So that's just kind of how I see it. Let me pull from the Heart Oracle, and then I'll pull from a question deck, and then we'll release this energy with my affirmation and go from there. So yeah, that's the energy that happens. That ride or die energy always dies, comes down to an end. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. And that's been the case this whole time. Again, they didn't have to prove it, because you didn't give them a reason to. And so that is the reason why they, moving forward, would have to prove to you why it's meant for you or them to come back. And if not, then it's not meant, and that's just that. So that is the back and forth energy that you've been going through with this person. And now they have to actually get out of that energy and have a rise of a masculine. And it's the masculine energy that it shows. So this person could have masculinity in their chart, or they can be a masculine. How can I really be honest with myself at all times? You're trying too hard. And that's the reason why you have to change your limiting beliefs. It already says that. It says, how can I see things for what they are instead of what I want them to be? See? And that's the thing. You wanted this person to be this way, and they ended up still being the vampire. What does happiness mean to me? Now that's what you have to ask yourself. Is it established life? What is happiness? Is self-care? Is it being fearful? Is it struggle? What does happiness mean to you? Is it just somebody admiring you, or is the communication and knowing that both of you have a safe place, and somebody that's accountable and that will want to spend time with you, or somebody that's trying hard, or somebody that really changes their beliefs, at least to try to make you happy, and not change them to make you happy, but change them because they want to be happy. What makes me feel proud of myself? And that's you stepping out and changing things from somebody saying that you couldn't do it. What are my primary components of a happy life? It's all about you. And so, I'm sorry, I mean a piece of candy. It's all about you. And so that is what your journey is on, is what makes you happy, because you already experienced what you want to try to make you happy. Well, you've already experienced a person that you considered love, and that you would ride or die for no matter what, all the way to this process, this twin flame process. So just imagine if this person came back and they were able to rise as a masculine, and say now or never, and get out of this toxic energy, and knowing that you are the safe place in the communication, they can communicate with you, and love you the way you want to be loved. Then that is what it is that you want. Again, if you don't want this, if this read isn't for you, then it's just not for you. But right now, that is the questions that you need to ask yourself. So that was a really good read. Let's go ahead and say my affirmation. Sorry about the numbers, but I was saying backwards, 7 years. So I did 2022 minus 7, which is 2015, which is, I wanted to say, the beginning of the journey or close to the journey where you are. If you're at that 7 year right now or close to that 8th year, then it's about to be 2023 in a couple of months or 5 or 6 months. So that would be the time frame of why the 8 did never show its face, and that the 7 has. So you could be it could have started 7 years ago, which is 2015, or it could have started around 2014, 2013, or something like that, if that makes sense. So let's say the affirmation. I now let go of worn out conditions of lack, doubt, hate, negativity, procrastination, stagnation, sadness, generational curses, debt, bad energies, heartbreak, bad health, and addictions. And remember, addictions can be to a person, place, thing, or a situation. So remember, you're an asset, not a liability. I love you guys.